All right. Shalom, shalom, Israel. Shalom to the 12 tribes of Yasha Allah. Giving of course all honor and glory and praise unto the Most High Yahweh Bahashem Mashak Wamalak Yahweh. Right, that's all praises to the Heavenly Father Yahweh in the name of the Lord and God Son Yahweh. This your brother Yasha Allah.
Brother Abaya.
Khan. Coming back y'all with yet another video. Right. This Friday night or Sabbath, right? Shabbat Shalom. I'm gonna post a link in the chat for Ty's art, but it's not letting me again. Shalom, Kano Bar. So yeah, let me try to put this link in the chat. We can bring out a precept by in the meantime.
Are we starting off with that one first?
Yeah, we can get into that.
Let's get to our forefather, man. All right, because people. Okay, so basically, the nation of Israel, people believe that polygamy, which is having multiple wives, is a sin, and the Lord's going to destroy you in that day. Right? I kind of got in a little dispute, if you would say, with somebody that believes that a man should only have one wife, and I said, how would you be here on the earth if that's the case? Because Jacob had many wives, man, 4, right? Let me get it. Okay.
That's right, man.
I'm gonna start with Abraham, probably.
Come on.
There's a book of Genesis. There's a book of Genesis, chapter. Someone want to help me find it real quick. I got it right here. Salakia. This is a book of Genesis, chapter 17, and I'll start at. Never mind. Someone else got it.
Which one?
Oh, I got it. Salakia. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 16, and I'll start at verse 15, and it reads, "And Hagar, and if you don't know who Hagar is, Hagar was what's it called? Was one of Sarah, handmaids, right?
Yeah.
And Hagar bare Abraham a son, and Abram called his son's name, which Hagar bare, Ishmael. So Abraham went into one of the females, which is Hagar, and bare Ishmael, right? But if you jump down to Genesis chapter 17, I'll start at verse 15, and it reads, "And God said unto Abraham, As for Sarah, thy wife, thou shalt not call her name Sarai, but Sarah shall her name be. And I will bless her and give thee a son also of her. Yeah, I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of nations. Kings of people shall be of her." Right? I want to jump down to verse 18. "And Abraham said unto God, Oh, that Ishmael might live before thee. And God said, Sarah, thy wife, shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac. And I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with the seed after him." So, but basically, I'm trying to get into that Abraham had a son with Hagar. Now he's about to have a son with Sarah. Did the Lord condemn Abraham? Saying that you can't be doing this. No, the Lord said He gonna make it happen, right? For having multiple 2 wives. So there's no wrong in having multiple wives. And I want to touch on something else after the brothers get their precepts too.
Yeah, And if you watch this, you don't know what's going on. Basically, we're just doing a little session, going into rebuking people that say that polygamy is a sin, right? Because it's obviously not, man. Jacob did it, right? Abraham did it, right? Hey, David did it, right? And let's find this in the law, right? This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21. And hey, man, Abraham was called the friend of the Most High, yet he had multiple wives. So you're gonna say to Abraham that, hey, you're going off, hey, you're going off Abraham, right? Put away that wife, right? I don't know why you did that. No, you can't. rebuke Abraham, right? He was called a friend of the Most High, you know.
Con,
But it's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21, verse 15. If a man have two wives, see that? If a man have two wives, let's see what Moses said. One beloved and another hated. If they have borne him children, both the beloved and hated, and if the firstborn son be hers, that was hated, right? Basically, when you read this account, man, it's not Moses never rebukes people for having multiple wives. Never says, "Hey, you're going off, you're sinning, right? You need to put away that wife. You're going to be stoned with stones that you die." No, he didn't say anything like that. He just said, "If you have two wives, here's how to deal with that." Right? Fine, you got it.
Come on. Right. I'm gonna try to get an account with David, right? Because and also it says also David, he was a man of his the Most High's own heart.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, that's plain and simple, right? This is here right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If y'all know the account I'm looking for,
Yeah. I think it might be in Second Samuel. Good ones in Second Samuel.
Con, I think it's 2 Samuel 5:13.
Uh
second.
huh.
Also Solomon, I'm gonna get that account of Solomon. Let me just read this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
somebody
you
trying to steal the 2 Samuel, man. I was about to hop into that one.
con.
You got that one, man.
You got it.
No, you got it. I'm gonna get Solomon, right?
All right, Con.
Right, because that's how also how he went off too, right? He had the multiple wives, and that's why some people say it's going off. Right, let me just try to get that account. Right, so no, Salaki, it's First Kings, right? Salaki. If y'all got y'all's precept there, I forget.
Con, I got you. This is the book of first one. Start at Deuteronomy chapter 21 and verse 10, and it reads, "When thou goest forth to war against thy enemies." So when you go to war against your enemies, like in the book of Samuel, they went against the Philistines and things of that nature, right? The Philistines,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the
Con.
Lord thy God have delivered them into thy hands, and thou hast taken them captive. And verse 11, and seest among the captives a beautiful woman. So the Lord even himself says, yes, there is beautiful women in the other nations. Ishmael, Moab, other nations have beautiful women, right? The Lord's not knocking that, right? And it has the desire unto her that thou wouldest have her to thy wife. So if you take somebody go to war, you win a war, you see somebody you know kind of beautiful, you want to take her to be your wife. It's a process you got to do. Let's keep going. All right, you got anything to say, Yashiro?
You got it.
Come. Verse
Con.
12. Then thou shalt bring her home to thine house, and she shall shave her head and pare her nails, and she shall put the raiment of her captivity from off her, and shall remain in thy house, and bewail her father and her mother a full month, and after that thou shalt go in unto her. So for a whole month, she's in a mourning estate. All right. And thou shalt go in unto her. Then after that full month, you go into her, meaning you have sex with her, right? And unto her and be her husband, and she shall be thy wife. Right. So when you go to war, you can do that. And that's what I was talking about in 2 Samuel chapter 5 and verse 13. I'll start at verse 12, and it reads, "And David perceived that the Lord had established him king over Israel, and that he had exalted his kingdom for his people Israel's sake. And David took him more concubines and wives out of Jerusalem after he was come from Hebron, and there were yet sons and daughters born to David." Right? So you can take, multiple wives, man, as concubines.
That's right.
Con.
Come, right? I got the account, right? This is First Kings chapter 11. I'm just start at verse 1, right? For King Solomon loved many strange women. Together, the daughter of Pharaoh, woman of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Sidonites, Hittites. Right, verse 2, other nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them, neither shall they come in unto you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their God. Solomon clave unto these in love. Right now, this is where that controverted polygamy comes from, right? because it turns us from other gods, right? That's literally the only reason, man. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't say don't eat pork because this happened. That it just says don't eat pork, and that's in the law. But it's specifically said because it can turn you from the other gods, man. So let me just read verse 3, right? And he had 700 wives, right? Hey, he had 700 wives, man. You know,
Mm-hmm.
right? Princesses and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. That's why the Most High, he really doesn't want us to do that. Because, it turned this man Solomon into a very wise man. I mean, into a very, he turned Solomon, a very wise man, into these other gods. That's what happens when you do that. But the only reason why, he did that because so-called he had almost that much wives, man. Seven, like that, well, that's 1,000 wives, man. You know, Hey, that's like, that's Solomon though. He had all that wisdom, but he had 1,000 wives. Nowadays, some people just want like two, three, right? But hey, he had 1,000. That's the only reason why, it became sin into him, man. If it looked like any regular two wives, they wouldn't turn to their God, man. But hey, he was dealing with 1,000 women. That's the only reason. Literally,
Yeah, I got fire precepts real quick, right? This is the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 12 and verse 7. And Nathan said to David, Thou art the man. Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, I anointed thee king over Israel, and I delivered thee out of the hand of Saul. And I gave thee thy master's house, and thy master's wives into thy bosom,
Hmm.
and gave thee the house of Israel and of Judah. And if that had been too little, right, I would moreover have given thee unto thee such and such things.
Hmm.
Right? Meaning that what, man? The Most High gave David his wives, right? Wives plural, right? And you gonna tell David, hey, he's going off, right? You gonna tell the Lord he's going off, right? Forgive it, Lord. Why'd you give David his multiple wives? That's going off, right? You're not gonna say, hey, you're not gonna say anything to the Most High, right? Because all of his works are righteous, right? And he said unto David, hey man, if you wanted more wives, hey, I would have gave it to you. He said, if that had been too little, right? I would moreover have given unto these such and such things,
Mm-hmm.
right? So Khan, yeah, polygamy, Salaki, polygamy, right? Meaning what? Multiple wives is lawful in the scriptures, right? Now you don't have to do it,
Right.
right? It's by choice, uh, except for in some instances, we might get into that, right? But Khan, if you don't want multiple wives, hey, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
If you want multiple wives, that's fine as well, right? It's not a sin. Khan.
Got precept. The book of Genesis, chapter 32, verse 22, right? Because Jacob had multiple wives too. He had four, right?
Mhm.
So
Khan.
if it wasn't for that, then again, we wouldn't be here. A lot of people wouldn't be here on the earth.
Right.
Khan.
And it reads, and he rose up that night and took his two wives and his two woman servants and his 11 sons and passed over the ford Jabbok. But hey, man, he had four wives in total, man. Two wives and four handmaids. I mean, it's like two wives and two handmaids. But the point is, this is Genesis chapter 1, stuck together. And verse Salakia. Is it 25? Bear with
It's
me.
28.
Verse 28.
Damn.
And God blessed them, and God said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. So the Lord said, Be fruitful and multiply. If you have one man, if just one man and multiple women, it's easy to be fruitful and multiply. But if you got just one woman, 10 males, man, what's going on? Right? That's all. But you have a lot of wives and things of that nature. It's easy to be fruitful and multiply. That's the reason why the Lord made a lot of women. But come,
Mm-hmm. Come. Right. This is I got a priest. It's First Corinthians chapter 7, and I'm gonna read verse. I'm gonna start at verse 5. Right. Defraud you not one the other, except it be with consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer, and come together again, that same tempt you not, for your incontinency. Right, verse 6. But I speak this by permission and not of commandment. For I would that all men were even as myself. Right now, Paul, he didn't have a wife, man. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why he said he speak not as a commandment, but by permission. Because it's not in the law that you can't have wives or multiple wives, man. Especially in these times. Hey, Paul, he didn't have a wife, so hey, man, in these times, it's not also a wise thing to have wives or multiple wives, man. Because Paul, he didn't, right? In these times, and how much more us, right? Verse 7. For I would that all men were even as myself, but every man has his proper gift of the Most High. Now, what's that going into? Look at Abraham, right? What was his proper gift? Hey, didn't the guy say he's going to make his seed blessed throughout all nations of the earth? Now, that was his gift. Now look at Jacob. He literally made Israel, man. The whole 12 tribes. So that's their gifts. And their gifts was the nation building. That's not all brothers' gifts in nation building, man. Trying to build a damn nation in end days. We already built. Man. We guys ascended the seed, right? Verse 8. I say therefore to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them if they abide even as myself. But if they cannot continue, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn.
Uh,
Mm-hmm. And also, real quick, this is the only time polygamy is a commandment, right? It's found in the law, right? This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 25, verse 5. There's a lot of people, man, right? There's a lot of, kind of effeminate men out there, right? That, say, hey, polygamy, man. Hey, man, that's going off, man. Right? That's a sin, right? It's not a sin, brother, right? Hey, just straight up, man. It's not a sin. And a
uh,
lot of you weak sisters out there, man, that say, oh, man, why do I have to share a husband? Right? Hey, man. Hey, that's how the Lord ordained it, man. All right. And we can also bring out Isaiah 4 and 1, man. I know brothers holding
yeah.
that.
There.
No, I know brothers holding that, man. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 25, verse 5. If brethren dwell together and one of them die and have no child. So if your brother, right, you live with your brother or kind of dwell together and one of them die and have no child. The wife of the dead shall not marry without unto a stranger. So meaning that what? The wife of your brother, like your actual blood brother, if he has a wife but has no kids, hey, guess what? Right, let's read it. It says, her husband's brother shall go in unto her and take her to him to wife and perform the duty of a husband's brother unto her. You see that? So meaning that what? If your brother died and if he didn't have any kids with his wife, you had to take her in as your wife, right? To raise up seed in her, right? So that the bloodline will come back, right? His spirit will come back, right? Um, it says, and it shall be that the firstborn which he beareth shall succeed in the name of his brother which is dead, that his name be not put out of Israel, right? Because if he didn't have any kids, his name would be put out, right? So that's your job being his actual blood brother, right? So that's the only time polygamy is a commandment, right? You can't be like, well, I don't want to do that, right? And now, this is really back in the ancient world, right? But this is the only time that polygamy is a commandment, all right? So come on.
Y'all got it.
You got it, Tazi, if you want to.
Come on, Lyle, you got it. I don't got a piece of
I was gonna bring the classic out. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 4, and verse 1. And in that day, 7 women, and seven is a complete number, right? Number of completion. It could be, 3 women taking hold of you. It can actually be in that day 15, man. Right? You might have a whole house. You living good. You got these, women. They kind of knocking on the door and saying this: "Shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach." Right? So you might be going to the kingdom of heaven with 15 wives already. Right?
right.
I'm gonna get this real quick too. The book of Isaiah, chapter 13, and verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than a gold wedge of Ophir. Right. So in that day when all hell breaking loose, a man of the Lord wearing his fringes that was out there prophesying to the nations, right? Doing the work of the Lord, he's gonna be made finer than fine gold, man. Right. And a lot of ladies want to take hold of him. Because you gotta understand, in that day, you gotta deal with this deals with prophecy. A
Hmm.
lot of men gonna be in World War III. They're gonna be dying of the famine. So there's
Yeah.
not gonna be a lot of men, out here roaming the streets, man. Only the men of the Lord. That's gonna be really hard to find them because you're gonna be either in a FEMA camps or in the wilderness, right?
Right.
Come,
All right, and let me get a precept on that real quick, right?
get out,
Second
get out.
Ezra says, Second Ezra 16 and verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Right? So a lot of people they're going to be dying of the famine, right? And let me skip down to verse. It's going to get so bad that you're going to want to hear another's voice,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's going to get that bad, right? So what are you girl, you women going to do, man? You're going to want to find a man of the Lord in that day, right? And let me go to verse 33. The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms, right? So now we kind of get into prophecy, you know? It says, the women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. So a lot of men, they're going to die of World War III, like the brother Abaya just said, right? A lot of men, they might perish of the famine, might get killed by the sword. So in that day, the women, they're vulnerable, right? They're going to find a man, the Lord. You know,
Come,
they're going to they're going to skip past the Jakes, man, that has their pants down, all right, sagging, right? They're going to skip past those men, all right? Um,
Cool. Right. This is Isaiah chapter 7, and I'm gonna read verse 20. Right. In the same day shall the Lord shave with a razor that is hired, namely by them beyond the river, by the king of Assyria, the head and the hair of the feet, and it shall consume the beard. Right. Now these are the time of Assyria and Isaiah, right? The Assyrian captivity. Right. This is verse 21. Right. And it shall come to pass in that day that a man shall nourish a young cow and two sheep, right? So hey, in those days, that's what the type of families was going on, man. Damn, hey, in these days, I feel like, hey, man, damn, a dog, Jay gonna be chasing after a damn dog, man. Hey, right now, they, running from damn dogs, but hey, in those days, they gonna be chasing them, man. Fiending after it, man. A damn cat, man. Right? Verse 22, right? And it shall come to pass, for the abundance of milk that they shall give, he shall eat butter, for butter and honey shall every one eat that is left in the land. But they gonna be eating little things, man. Trying to find some damn cockroaches to eat, man.
some
You
rat.
know, right? Some damn rats, man.
damn.
Mhm. Right. So hey, that's just the type of families that's coming to this world. As you can see, hey, all these stores is going out, man. Damn food running out, food trucks ain't coming in. Right, hey, all hell breaking loose, man. So we better be ready for these type of families, man. Probably worse. You know,
Uh,
Jay gonna be in damn drywall.
uh,
You
yeah,
know,
man, that thing's coming, that thing's coming. And so a lot of women, they're gonna, like we said, we're going into a lot of women, they're gonna be vulnerable, and they're gonna try to seek the man in the Lord because they know that the Most High is gonna be with the man in the Lord in that day, you know. And so, hey, it's up to the man, whether or not, uh, you're gonna get to roll with him, you know,
right?
because hey, Abaya Tizar, hey, they may already have about 5 women, you know.
Come,
Come on. Hey, sometimes two is already the lot, man. You
Mhm.
know, I gotta deal with them. You know,
come.
so it's strong.
You might have women try to rape you in that day, man.
Right.
Hey, that's damn. Yeah, right. Yeah, come on. Because wickedness has polluted the earth.
Mhm.
And then you know,
Come on, man. That's off.
all right, it's gonna get hella bad out here.
Mhm.
But yeah. Also, yeah. Let me go to First Corinthians real quick. Book 7 chapter.
Bring it out.
Uh, So another verse on the polygamy, right? First Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
I almost read 10. It says, "And unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord. Let not the wife depart from her husband." So if you have a husband and
Mhm.
you guys are married, hey, don't depart from each other. All right. Y'all was set up for the most high, right? Verse 11. But and if she depart, so if you do depart, let her remain unmarried, right? Meaning that what? You're not marrying other men because that'll be adultery, right? It says, or be reconciled to her husband. So you come back to your husband. And let not the husband put away his wife. But here's the thing, man, right? Here's the thing. It says that when the woman she leaves, she has to remain unmarried. But the man, he can remarry, right? And if the woman comes back, right, she got to deal with it, right? She comes back home, right? Yeah, baby, I'm home, right? Hey, there's another woman on the damn couch, right? There's another woman in the kitchen, right? And the brother he's sitting back, you know, he's sitting back, watching the cold cuts, you know. Hey, she got to deal with it, right? And so Paul, he's not going against it. He's actually saying, hey, look, you know, if you come back, you got to deal with it, right? You have to stay unmarried, and you have to stay by yourself if you do depart, right?
Mhm.
So come on, because we know that Paul he spoke according to the laws, statutes, and commandments, man. And also another thing too. Oh, you had a precept. Y'all had a
No.
precept. Okay, come on. This is the book of Numbers, right? Because hey, Moses, right? Who is what called who? The man of the Most High, right? Moses, man, the most meek man to ever walk, right, to ever on the face of the earth, right? Hey, that's what he was called, right? And he had two wives,
Mhm.
right? Because let's read Numbers chapter 12 and verse 1. And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman. So Moses, he had an Ethiopian woman, and he also had a Shemite woman, right? When we read the book of Exodus. So was Moses going off or no? Right? We need the answers, right? For all you that say polygamy is a sin. Then you're saying that Moses went off by having two wives, right? Come on. And the Lord in the verse 7, right? In the same chapter, it says, my servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all mine house. So come on. We already know that Moses he didn't go off on that. Come on.
That's just ignorant, man. That polygamy, that non-polygamy spirit.
Yeah.
We can move into the end times now.
All right, yeah, come on. So yeah, it's been 28 minutes. So now let's hop into the end time prophecy, Jacob's trouble, current events and whatnot. All right. So if y'all had anything,
Mhm.
any precepts, any current events,
Current events.
and then bring this up. Oh yeah, yeah. So basically, if you didn't know, LA is kind of like on lockdown, pretty strict lockdown.
Mhm.
If you can't really move, maneuver, right? If you try to leave LA, you can't really do it. That goes straight into Second Ezra 15 chapter.
Mhm.
Uh, the book of Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse um I'm sorry, 15, 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draw up nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. So this is going into what, man? The race wars, right? One people standing up to fight against another people, and swords in their hands, right? So that's race wars in the Bible, right? It says, "For there shall be sedition among men," and sedition is what? Let's look up that word. Let's look up sedition, right? Meaning. Let me share my screen. All right. All right, so you should be able to see my screen, and it says, so it's addition, right? I don't know if I want this definition. Let me see. Let's get the other definition real quick. So sedition, right? It says conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch, right? So sedition among men. You have people talking about what, right? Let's overthrow the government. Yeah, a lot of people marching, taking off their masks, burning the mask, right? Because they're fed up with them. So that's sedition among men, right? You had also people in rallies talking about race wars, right? And then Trump rallies, man. So that's sedition among men, you know.
Oh,
Um,
precept. Right, this is Psalms chapter 9. So like, I don't know if I want to. Please get Matthew 24, the classic.
um,
Nation shall rise against nation. Right, this is Matthew chapter 24. And I'm gonna read verse 7. I'm gonna start at 7. Right, the classic. Right, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Hey, everybody, that's seeing these things. Hey, you literally looking at the beginning of sorrows, man. Most High, you saying you ain't seen nothing yet, man.
mhm,
You gonna see women eating babies. Damn trading a damn son to another, man. You know, hey, it's gonna be like that. The family's gonna be like that, man.
uh,
Kind of the precept. It's a book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 1. Because a lot of people don't understand what's going on, man. Right? The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So you gotta understand the Lord is doing all these things, man. He got angels coming down from the third heavens and creating all this, animosity and all this chaos on the earth, man. Right?
mhm,
Let me get this real quick. Because a lot of people, like the brother says, worrying about some carnal behind things, man. Getting upset because their car won't start. Right? They can't buy what they want to buy. They don't have enough money to get the PS5. Right? A lot of men like that, man. Right? This is a book of Second Esdras, chapter 14, verse 14. And it
mhm,
reads, let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast
Mm,
away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature. And that's a weak ass nature to be upset because your girlfriend won't buy you the PS5, man. That's a weak nature, right? Um, verse 15. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. Because why? For yet greater evils than those which thou
mm,
hast seen, seen shall happen be done. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. So a
mhm,
lot of things are going to happen. A lot of bad things are going to happen that you never seen. You never seen
mm,
someone get killed in front of you. You never seen somebody's head get chopped off in front of you. Someone kind of get boiled alive, right, and things torture in front of you, man. You see somebody, you never. A lot of people in America never seen a kid or a grown ass man with their stomach damn near touching their back, man. Because you got McDonald's down the street, you got Waffle House right there, man. Right? Let me get this real
mm,
quick. This is Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 14. They have blown the trumpet, even to make all ready, but none goes to the battle, for my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. Verse 15. The sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. Right? And so the pestilence and the famine is within, man. Because you gotta understand too, when all hell breaking loose, Jacob's trouble's going on, you're gonna have a lot of dead bodies in the roads. And a lot of pestilence gonna come from that, a lot of diseases and things of that nature. And again, America, they never really felt a famine, man.
right.
You got food chains down the block from where you live, right?
uh,
He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him, man. Right?
Mm,
But come on, man.
uh, precept. If you don't got one, y'all struggle.
yeah, calm, man. Um, Yeah, I just had a quick point. Yeah, you know, talking about should I get the PS5 or should I get the food? I don't know. Hey, maybe I can get the PS5 and hey, people are actually thinking that, man. You have to put off you have to put off those thoughts, man. Right? You got to think about, hey, how can I be able to be delivered in those days?
Right.
You know, when all hell breaks loose. Because a lot of people they'll just think about that and they'll think carnally. You know, well, if I can go rob this store, you know, that's not how the men and women of the Lord shall should think. You know, con.
Come
Yeah, that's yeah. I'm gonna bring this out after.
You
Yeah.
got it right. Well, actually, yeah. Just a precept on what Barry was talking about, right? It's Isaiah
Yeah.
chapter 2, and I'm going to read verse 16. I'm going to read verse 16, Isaiah 10:16. Right, therefore shall the Lord of hosts, send among his fat ones leanness, and under his glory he shall kindle a burning like the burning of fire. So that's what's coming to these fat ones of the earth, man. Be on fire. They can't even run, man. You know. Right then, this is like that, chapter 10 and verse 8, right? Because another point what everybody was talking about in Proverbs, right? It's Isaiah, it's lucky, it's like 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by the sea. The kingdom is translated from one people to another, right? So the Most High, he literally damn playing with y'all, man. He's the damn puppet master, man. Y'all think y'all the damn owner of this world, man. Watch out for this family, man. Come on.
Yeah, that's right, man. Hey, man, the day of the Lord, man, it's gonna be crazy as hell. Like when you actually think about it, right? Because there's hella prophecies going into Jacob trouble, World War III, all hell breaking loose, right? Because hey, in the midst of you running, right, you trying to run, you're running away from damn a a a a, a missile trying to hit the ground, or you running away from the damn police, or not police, but the army, or you trying to run away from the army. While you running away from the army, hey, the damn sky is gonna be smoky as hell, right? You kind of coughing, you know, you kind of you kind of trip on something, right? You roll down a hill, you know. And the day of the Lord is gonna be crazy as hell, you know. This is Malachi chapter 4 verse 1. For behold, the day cometh, thou shalt burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So, hey, imagine the sky in that day, right? And that's from what? Missiles, right? Hitting the earth, you know? It's going to be earthquakes in diverse places. People coughing and coughing up blood, right? Because it's pestilence, you know? Hey, babies might be born in front of you, right? Hey, all hell breaking loose, you know?
Uh, Imagine all that happening, right? The next thing you know, you just hear a trumpet. You got all hell breaking loose. You run away from
Yeah,
a lion, right? You hear people getting stabbed. The sky, on fire. Smoking and everything. You hear bombs dropping. You hear lasers getting shot. All hell World War III at its peak. All hell's breaking loose. You just man, what's going on? The next thing you know, you hear a trumpet. Like then you're looking at the sky, like that meme, like LeBron James, kind of looking up like that, right? You don't know what's going on. The next thing you know, you see the second coming of the Lord, man.
right.
Right? Let me get this real quick. Let me get Joel. I love this chapter, man. It goes into how he coming, man. It goes into how Yahweh and them angels coming. In
Yeah,
Joel chapter 2 and verse 1, right? And it reads, blow you the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. So it is at hand, man. Let me jump down to, I'll start at verse 4. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so that they shall run. It's going to the angels, man, because when Yahweh returns, let's go precept upon precept, man. When Yahweh returns, he's not just coming by himself. People think he's coming by himself with Michael the archangel. He coming with many angels, man. You can't even number them. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 5 and verse 11, and it reads, "And I beheld and I heard the voice of many angels round about the throne, and the beasts and the elders, and the number of them was 10,000 times 10,000, and thousands of thousands, man." So you can't
Mm.
even number the angels, right? But let's keep going though. Verse 5. And the reason why the angels are referred to as horse, it's like a good breakdown should do, but the reason why the angels are referred to as horsemen, because when a horse goes into battle, he's not going to turn back, right? You
Mm.
can read about that in
Con.
Job.
Yeah,
When
let
a
me bring
horse
that
goes
out.
into battle, man, what you say?
Yeah, I was just saying, let me bring that out real quick.
Yeah, bring it out, man.
Con.
Because when a horse goes into battle, they're not turning back. They ready to go to war, man.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and bring it out.
Con. It's the book of Job, chapter 39, and verse. I'm just start get to the point. Verse 21. He paused in the valley and rejoiceth in his strength. Right? Do not the angels excel in strength? Right, like it says in the book of Psalms. Right? He goeth on to meet the armed men. He goeth to meet the armed men. All right, all you so-called soldiers, you Marines, all you damn what's it called, the Navy SEALs, right? And the angels are going to come and meet you. Verse 22: He mocketh at fear and is not affrighted. Now they turneth he back from the sword. All right, so come.
Come on, man. Let me read it again real quick in Joel chapter 2 and verse 4. The appearance of them is as the horse appearance of horses, and as horsemen so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of
Mm,
a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Because the Lord is the Lord of hosts. He deals with order. He deals with tactics, military tactics, and things of that nature. Right?
mm-hmm.
And 6, he's a man of war, like he says in Exodus 15 and 3.
Come.
Before their face, the people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather blackness. So when you see a so-called black man, a fierce man of war, man, there's so many things I can go into, man. Let me just get this real quick, man. I love this topic, man. Let me get Isaiah.
Hey man, that's a lot of precepts right there.
It is a lot of precepts, man.
Uh,
Hold on, Salakia, bear with me. This is Wisdom of Solomon, actually, 14. This book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, right? Salakia, bear with me. Let me see if I can find it right here. Dang, man, because the Lord going, man,
I
y'all have
got
a
a precept
precept, I can
after you.
pull it out. What you say?
Yeah, I said I got a precept after you.
Khan, you can bring it out.
Con. Hey, this is a classic, basically. This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 13, and verse 6. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain, and flew up upon it. Now we know that this is talking about Yahusha, right? And this mountain, like we said before, man, it's not talking about actual mountain, right? It's talking about the chariot, right? The so-called fathership. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they that which were gathered together to do him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. They were sore afraid of Yahushua, man, right? But yet they had to fight. The
Mm.
generals, go get that guy, right? Go kill that youngin. They're kind of, you know, ah, right? But hey, they got in their tanks. Right? They're going to get in their tanks. They're going to get in their helicopters. They're going to get in their jets, right? And they're going to go full force on Yahushua and his angels, right? And some Edomites and these heathen, they think they're actually going to win. You know, it says, and I'm let me know when you got a precept.
Con, I
You
got one.
keep going. You keep going. I can keep going.
Okay, come on. Yeah,
Con, I got
precept. That's Azar.
con. Right, this is
Come.
Isaiah chapter 2, and I'm gonna read verse 2. Right, what we Yahshua was talking about. Right, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord of hosts, Salaki, of the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains. It shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it, man. So like literally about all nations of the earth, there's 18 nations, and there's gonna be one nation, one hill that's above all, man. In that in the last days, as it's written.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Come.
yeah,
And you can also
precept.
bring that
You
up.
got it. So like you got it.
Oh, it's like what you can also bring that out in the same chapter in verse 19, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, you can even start at 17, right? Because it says, "And the loftiness of man shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day," right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you lose a battle, right, your pride is put down, man, right? You thought you were all that, but you just got defeated. You just got your ass whooped, right? And so that's going to be Yahushua, right? Defeating these nations, you know? But come.
I like this precept right here. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18. I'll start at verse 14. Really, it's 15, but I'll start at verse 14. For a while, all things were in quite silence. So everything's silent, right? And that the night was in the midst of her swift course. Thine almighty word leaped down from heaven out of thy royal throne as a fierce man of war into the midst of a land of destruction, and brought thine unfeigned commandment as a sharp sword, and standing up, filled all things with death, and touched the heaven, but it stood upon the earth, man. Right?
Yeah.
So that links up with Second Esdras chapter 13, man. It said he leaped down from his royal throne as a fierce man of war. You gotta imagine these things, man. Because look what the Lord said right here, man. Hold on, Slovakia. Got another precept.
Come.
This right here is I like this one right here. It's Isaiah chapter 42. Here, man, it's cold. Isaiah chapter 42. I'll start at verse 13. The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yeah, roar. He shall prevail against his enemy. But this is the point, verse 14. I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. You gotta imagine this, because when he especially Eve behind, man, when they at their within, they're holding in everything, right? But when somebody hit that point, man, all hell breaking loose in the household. She's cussing out everybody. All hell breaking loose. Talking about man, I have holding my peace for so long. How much more the Most High Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah? When Esau wickedness reached up to heaven, when that last 144K he might be getting put to death, and he's saying, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah deliver me. He might hear that, and hey, that's it. Go deliver my servant, man. Right? Because the Lord have been holding His peace for so long. So when all hell break loose, man, that's it, man. The Lord's done. He's done with it.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Come on.
I got quick
You
precept.
got it. Come on.
Con. This is book Psalms, right? Going off what you said, Psalm chapter 50 and verse 21. Because we know that the Lord is angry with the wicked every day, right? We know that the Lord hears our cries, right? When we read the book of James, the 5th chapter, right? You know that the Lord, He wants to deliver us, but things have to kind of pass, right? Yeah, and He put it on the set time, You have to weigh the world in the balance. It's a book of Psalm chapter 15, verse 21. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. Right? It says, now consider this, ye that forget the Most High, lest I tear you in pieces, and there be none to deliver. Right? So this is talking about Esau. Right? He said, hey, Esau. The Lord has seen how Esau has plagued the earth. Right? He said that he has kept silence. Because the Lord, He didn't really chastise Esau. Right? The Lord has not brought destruction to Esau yet. Right? You got, people might say, well, so-called white man, he's done already. He's destroyed. Well, no, not really, right? He's still in rulership. You know what I'm saying? But his kingdom is going down. But the Lord said that thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself, meaning that these Edomites think that the Most High is on their side, right? That's what they think. And it says, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes, right? Meaning that what? The Most High is going to reprove Esau and He's going to destroy, all right?
Right, this is Psalms, right? Going off what the Bible's talking about. It's Psalms chapter 8 and verse 5. Right? Thou hast made him a little lower than the angels, and hast crowned him with glory and honor, man. Right, here's the point. Thou madest him to have dominion over the works of thy hands. Thou hast put all things under his feet. You know who's that going into Yahushua, man? He was made in his time, he was lower than the angels. But hey, when he's coming back, he's gonna have that glory with a crown on his head, man. With all things under his feet. Right, verse 7. all sheep and oxen, yeah, of the beasts of the field. So everything is literally gonna be under his feet, man. You know,
Mm-hmm.
going off of the Bible talking about. I got another precept, right? It's second Ezra, chapter 15 and verse, right? Chapter 15. I'm gonna start at verse 30. Salaki. That's Salaki. I don't think that's it. No, that's it right here. That's Salaki. I think that's precept. So I'm gonna try to find this.
Con.
I just want to say one thing though. Like, I'll just
Right?
get precept with it too. Man, the Lord, man, because I know many brothers had a lot of dreams about the second coming and things of that nature, or like destruction. Oh, you cannot find a rapture in the Bible, man. A lot of people think when he returns, it's gonna be all good, all happy and things of that nature. But the Lord's not dealing with that. 'Cause you gotta understand, He's a fierce man of war, and this land is defiled with blood. And there's a law: if the land is defiled with innocent blood, it has to be destroyed. Right? But you got your precept though.
Come.
Come on, bro.
It's second Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 32. Right then shall these be troubled and keep silence through their power and shall flee. Right. So that's what the Bible is talking about. Hey, people gonna be quiet. Right. And then watch what happens. Right. Verse 33. And from the land of the Assyrians shall the enemy besiege them and consume some of them, and in their host shall be feared and dread and strife among their kings. Hey, so this is a literal prophecy right here, man. You know the battle of the Jehoshaphat, man. Hey, that's gonna be happening. Everybody's gonna be quiet for like, hey, the Lord knows. But hey, then there's another war gonna break out, man. You know, and I got another piece. Righteous Psalms chapter 10, and I'm gonna read verse I'm gonna read verse 4, right? Going off what Yasrael was talking about. Right, the wicked through their pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. Yahweh is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous, thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. He said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be an adversary. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. So this is obviously talking about Esau, man, the ruler of the world. Right, verse 8. He sitteth in lurking places and in villages, and in the secret places doeth he commit, Salaki, doeth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privately set against the poor. Right, I'm gonna jump to verse Salaki. Right, I'm just jump to verse, right. I'm gonna read verse 14. Right, thou hast seen it, for thou beholdest mischief and spite to require it with thy hand. The poor committeth himself unto thee, thou art the helper of the fatherless. Right? Point. Break thou the arm of the wicked, and the evil man seek out his wickedness till thou find none. Right? The Lord is king forever and ever. The heathen are perished out of his land. In those days the heathen will be perished out of our land. The Most High is gonna break their strength. And that's not a little arm that he's gonna break. He's breaking their strength, man. The power they got on this earth. It's gonna be gone. They ain't gonna be able to tell you, hey, you're going to jail, man. They ain't gonna be able to tell Jake that, man. Fuck you, you know. you know, you know, come on.
Yeah, man, that's right. That's right. And also, a quick point, right? How the brother Bias said, the word rapture is not even in the scriptures, right? And rapture kind of goes into rape, kidnapping.
Mm.
So this is active carrying off, right? Rapture, and then it says from rapture, Latin raptura, seizure, right? Rape, kidnapping, right? Carrying off, abduction, snatching away, rape, right? So if you say that you believe in the rapture, you know you kind of believe that the Lord is going to come down and kind of snatch you away and rape you, man, right?
Mm.
That's off as hell, right? So yeah, that's not in the scriptures,
I
right?
got a precept with that actually, because
No,
that ties in.
so lucky. So it's not even the word. That word is not even in the Bible, by the way,
Right.
at all. You can't find that word in the scripture.
That's right. Slocky, you can find it in one translation. It's not even in the Book of Revelation. It's in the Book of Songs of Solomon. So that's in like one translation.
Hmm.
Uh,
Uh, and that all ties back in to Caesar Borgia, man, because he raped his sister, and things of that nature, right? Because a lot of people think because he is the face of the so-called white Jesus, man, right? So that makes a lot of sense. Let me get this real quick. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, and I'll start at verse man. I'll start at verse 18, and it reads, "Also the singular diligence of the artificer did help to set forward the ignorant to more superstition. For he, peradventure, willing to please one in authority, forced all his skill to make the resemblance of the best fashion. And so the multitude, allured by the grace of the work, took him now for a god, which a little before was but honored as man. And this was an occasion to deceive the world, for man, serving either calamity for tyranny, did ascribe unto stones and stocks the incommunicable name." But if you read this whole chapter, it goes into about Caesar Borgia, right? It goes into how they made him into the face of so-called Jesus, man, right? So I'm not surprised that rapture means what the brother said. Nah,
Yeah, yeah, man. And if you don't know what he's talking about, right, that's a good point. Caesar Borgia, right? Let me look this up real quick, right? Say, or you can say Cesare, right? So this the man. Oh, but I just
Con.
yeah, safe, man.
Right.
Right, but this is your Jesus, man. All right, that's your Jesus right there. His real name is well, this is not Yahweh Shah, right? But this is Cesare Borgia, right? Uh, whatever,
Right.
right? And that's that. Hey, that's sweet Jesus, right? That's your, you know, that everybody's grandma got on their wall, right? Hey, one of my aunties, man,
it's
got
in
it
my
on.
mom room right there, man.
Right.
Yeah, see
Man.
that, right? The Lord called that the abomination, right? Well, hey, so if you do your history in the book of Maccabees, it even talks about it, man. I mean, Slocky, not Maccabees. Wisdom of Solomon. You know, they took this man, and this man was a homosexual, right? He took him, right, and he was the son of Pope Alexander the VI in Rome, right? When you do your history, they took him, put him in the images, right, and made people worship him, man, all over the world, right? But especially Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom, all right, Israel. But you got this face in the damn Philippines, man, the damn Philippines, right? So let me bring this out real quick, right? It's the book of Revelation.
I
Um,
got a point too, Salaki. Right. Also, I seen that on a movie in that damn Ghana, bro.
mhm.
Sitting up, posted up on the wall.
Oh my God. Yeah, see that? It's the book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 9. Um, Slovakia. Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's what I want. Revelation chapter 12, verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. Right? And so you thinking that Jesus is actually a so-called white man, right? That Jesus looks like that man, right? A homosexual, right? A biker, you know, effeminate, right? It says, which deceived the whole world, he was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Now that's going into Esau, man, right? It's going to Esau, are these Edomites, because they're a. That's why we call them the damn devil that the Bible speaks of, right? You got it.
I just want to say something too. Well, before I say mine, that's why we call him the devil, man. People think the devil is somebody underground, a pitchfork and things of that nature. But devil means to deceive, Satan is adversary. That's all it means, right?
All right.
But that what's it called? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, it's coming back in a big way in these last days, man. All right, let me just get this account because they was forced by Nebuchadnezzar to bow down to that image, but they still strong, man. This Daniel
Mm-hmm.
chapter 3 and verse 11, and we're gonna see in that day, Lord willing, is not us. Well, Lord willing, it is us. We're gonna see in that day who really love the Lord, man. We're gonna see in that day for real. A lot of people are talking a big game. Lord willing, again, Lord willing, we make it. But a lot of people are talking a big game, and I'm talking about these Christian pastors. I'm talking about these people in the Christianity. They talking about they God knows their heart. We're gonna be seeing who's bound down to that image, man. Right? This is Daniel chapter 3 and verse 11. And whoso falleth not down and worship it, that he should be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. And when Jake hear that, he said, I don't want no smoke with you. Then he gonna bow down to the image, man. Right? But look, let's see what they did. Verse 12. There are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy gods, nor worship thy golden image which thou hast set up. So they wasn't well nowadays, they wasn't serving what's called Jesus, man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 13. Then Nebuchadnezzar in his rage and fury commanded to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then they brought these men before the king, right? And Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? Hey man, they was not serving that thing. But let me just get to the point, right? Verse 16. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. So they wasn't careful. They wasn't taking their time to think about it. Hey man, off the rip, right?
That's right.
Um, verse 17. If it be so, our God whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he would deliver us out of thy hand, O king. So straight like that, man. They wasn't thinking about shoot having a council, should we bow down? Or what y'all think? I mean they was straight up with them, man. We're not gonna bow down to it. Okay.
That's right. And just as a man speaking, right? The damn Catholics, man, they're gonna be first in line, right? If that happens, they're gonna be first in line, right? Because they right now they worshiping idols, man. You know that's crazy, right? Damn Catholics. The Lord straight up said, "Don't make idols," right? You know, rear up a standing image, a graven image, right? To bow down onto it, but y'all still doing it. So when all hell breaks, how much when all hell breaks loose,
Right.
right? Y'all gonna be first in line, you know?
They can willfully do it, man.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah. You know, there was also this picture, these damn Hamites, right? They were kissing the Caesar Borgia's feet, you know? He was like on the cross, right? He's kissing his feet. So hey, that's a sign of the times, man. Because let me get this real quick, right? And we know that idolatry has always been a major sin, right? Ever since the ancient world, you know. I don't know what it is with our people, man, but they love idolatry, right?
Right.
But this is the book Matthew chapter 24 and verse uh let me get this real quick, right? 13 or 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So iniquity is abounding more and more. Right? You read about that in the book of Second Esdras, the fourth chapter and 30th verse. Right? The seed of the grain of evil seed planted in the sons of Adam. Right? It's growing and growing after each generation. So now, the tree of wickedness in man is exceeding great. Right? So people are now bowing down onto Caesar Borgia, kissing his feet. You know, that's awesome. All right. You got Eve's also, not to change the topic, but you also had Eve's talking about yes, we can twerk in the damn restaurant,
Mm.
right? That's also off as hell, you know. Um,
Kind of got a precept on that. Right. This is Isaiah chapter 10. I'm gonna read verse 15. Right.
um,
I'm gonna say that idolatry. Right. Shall the axe boast itself against him that heweth therewith? Or shall the saw magnify itself against him that shaketh it? As if the rod should shake itself against them that lift it up, or as if Salaki, or as if the staff should lift it up itself as it would not no wood. Right? So that's going into them the things that are created on this earth, man, that people worship, that have power. Right? When it's the acts, right, that has some type of power, man. Yeah, but hey, in idolatry, what the hell can a damn statue of Cesare Borges do for you in those days, man? What the hell you gonna use it for? Literally, man. Right, verse 16. Right, therefore shall the Lord of hosts, send among his fat ones leanness, and under his glory he shall kindle a burning like the burning of a fire, man. You know, say you just going in the damn fire, man. You know, plain and simple, right?
Okay, appreciate it. You kept going. You was going still.
Uh,
Okay. It's the book of Deuteronomy. Yeah, that is actual. It's an actually curse that our people serve wood and stone, man. These
Mhm.
idols.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 36. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation, right? Unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known. And there shall thou serve other gods, wood and stone, man. Stone, what's it called? What do they be Muslims, Islam, they be worshiping that Mecca stone.
Mhm.
Wood, they got the Caesar Borgia on the cross, man. Let me just get this real quick, because how can you worship something with no breath in them, man? It makes no sense. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 14, man. Because a lot of people are simple. And it reads, every man is brutish in his knowledge. Every founder is confounded by the graven image. For his golden image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. So again, how are you going to worship and say that's a God when there's no breath in them, man? It can't deliver you or anything. But you still got simple behind Jakes, still trying to worship it. Because how
Mhm.
do you worship the Most High? How do you worship your house? Let's see. Well, it's the classic, man. John 4 and verse 24. God is a
Mhm.
spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. But you know how Jake is, like back in the book of Samuel, man. They wanted a physical king set over them. And they got what's his name? Saul, right? Because a lot of Jake they're carnal, they want to be able to see their king, right? That's the 2/3. But the 1/3, the 144K, like it says right here in John 4 and 24, they worship the Most High in spirit and in truth because He's a spirit, man. He's not a carnal thing.
Mhm.
Con.
All right. Hey, man. That's Israel, man. Right. I want to see it. I want to touch it. Right. I want to, you know, want to lick it. Right. I want to smell it. Right. That's our people. Right. In the time of Exodus, they came up onto Aaron. Right. Hey, yo, Aaron. Right. Hey, you better make us a damn golden calf. Right. We're going. All hell might break loose. Right. Hey, they literally gained up on Aaron, man. Made him make a golden calf, right, with their earrings, right, and then they worshiped that, right, because they couldn't see the Most High, right. Come on, man, right, and this is also we brothers barely go into the history of Bel and the Dragon, right, but hey, if you haven't read that, you should read it. That's a good story, right. It's, Bel and the Dragon. It's only one chapter, chapter one and verse 2. And Daniel conversed with the king and was honored above all his friends. Now the Babylonians had an idol called Bel, and there were spent upon him every day 12 measures of fine flour, and 40 sheep, and 6 vessels of wine. And this is what these nations do, and also in our people. They'll come up onto the idol, give it food, right? Like it's going to eat it, right? They light incense onto it, candles and whatnot, and they worship it. They pray to it, right? That's what these nations do, and Israel wants to follow after that. And the king worshipped it and went daily to adore it. But you see that he went daily to adore it. Ah, look at that! It's so nice. It's shining, right? Look at that. You know, it says, but Daniel worshipped his own God, and the king said unto him, why dost thou not worship Bel? Hey man, why you not worshiping Bel? Right? What's with this dude? Right? This Daniel, right? Who answered and said, because I may not worship idols made with hands. See, a lot of you Christians and Catholics, man, you don't even understand that, right? You think Daniel was really about to get a cross, start worshiping it, right? You think Daniel was really going to bow down to an image? You know what I'm saying? No, man. It says, but I may not worship idols made with hands, but the living God who hath created the heaven and the earth and hath sovereignty over all flesh. Right? Then said the king unto him, Thinkest thou not that Bel is a living God? Seest thou not how much he eateth and drinketh every day? So this king was simple because he said, Look, this idol, this so-called God is eating and drinking every day, right? Verse 7. Then Daniel smiled and said, O king, be not deceived, for this is but clay within and brass without, and did never eat or drink anything. You see that? So, hey, Daniel, that doesn't take a lot of wisdom to understand that. But Connor, yeah, you got it.
You got preset.
Uh,
Let's see. Where's my phone? Let me get this. Right, where's my phone? Chapter 15, I believe. Slaki 14, in verse 7. For blessed is the wood, whereby righteousness cometh. But that which is made with hands is cursed as well. It's lucky. It is as he that made it. Right? So hey, even those people that made the damn thing is cursed, man. You know? That's great. Right? Because he made it, and because being corruptible, it was called God. That's what that going into. Hey, that's just our people, man. You know, Scottish. They just, oh, this is God right here, because I could touch it. You know, that's how they thinking, man. You know, right? Verse 9. And for the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto the Most High. And that which is made shall be punished together with the man that made it. Man. You know, so hey, all these damn Christian crossmakers, man, thinking they doing something for the damn people, man. Hey, the Most High gonna punish you, man. You know,
Hmm.
right? Verse 11. Right, therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation, because in the creature of the Most High they are becoming abomination, and stumbling blocks to the souls of men, and a snare to the feet of the unwise, man. You know, hey, just like with about Slaki, Yasharala was bringing out, that brother was unwise, man. Literally saying he eat and drink every day, man. You know, it's,
Um,
it's foolish, man.
all right. Yeah,
Uh,
appreciate the.
uh,
Okay, come on. I had another one real quick, right? It's a book of additions to Esther. All right, so now additions to Esther is an apocrypha. All right, chapter 13 and verse 4. Declare unto us that in all nations throughout the world there was scattered a certain malicious people. Now, who is this certain malicious people? These heathen, they're having a talk and they're saying that Israel is the certain malicious people. Why? Because we keep the laws, right? That's why we're malicious. So it says that had laws contrary to all nations. So we have laws that's contrary to all the other nations' laws, man, right? Because we have laws like what feast of dedication, right? We have Passover, right? Feast of Tabernacles. You know, we have all these high holy days, dietary laws, stuff like that. In these nations, they have Christmas, Kwanzaa, Halloween, Valentine's Day, stuff like that, right? That's what they have. It says, contrary to all nations, and continually despise the commandments of kings. See that? That's a perfect example, right? In the book of Daniel, you know, um, the three holy children, right? They said, "Hey, man," they basically said, "F you," right? We're going to stand up for the Most High, right? We're not going to bow down to an idol. They didn't even care if it was a king or not, man, right? It said, so as the uniting of our kingdoms honorably and tethered by us cannot go forward. See that? Because they look at us and be like, hey, y'all don't worship idols? You know, that's what these nations think. Y'all don't worship idols? Wait a minute, y'all don't eat shrimp, right? wait, y'all. Hey, people getting on us, right? Other nations getting on us. Hey, you don't keep Christmas, right? What's wrong with you? You know, that's what these people think. That's what they say. All right, Connor, you got it.
Got one precept on that idolatry, right? This is like right, chapter 31 and verse. I'm gonna start at verse 5. Right, he that loveth gold shall not be justified, and he that followeth corruption shall have none. Shall have enough thereof. Gold has been the ruin of many, and the destruction was present. It is a stumbling block unto them that sacrifice unto it, and every fool shall be taken therewith. You know, so it's plain and simple. Them worshiping gold, right down, giving it food, wait, water, right? What else? Down, making sacrifice unto it, man. You know, it's gonna be punished together, man. You know, that's just fully like it's literally like the dumbest thing I ever heard.
Con got a precept. This is a book of Psalm. This classic actually, right? This is a book of Psalms, 97, verse 7. Confounded be all they that serve graven image. So the Lord said, you're confounded if you serve graven images, man. That both themselves of idols worship him all you gods. Cause look what it says in Jeremiah. Let me see if I got it real quick and look for it, man. The Lord said, when all hell break loose, man, don't be calling upon him. Call upon them gods, man, that you were serving. Let me see if I can
Oh yeah,
find it. I think it's in Jeremiah chapter 4. I can't find it.
yeah, I
Basically,
know what you're
man.
talking about too.
What you say?
Yeah, I said I know what you're talking about too. Um, like God's. Let me see.
Con. Oh,
Oh yeah,
Con got it.
go ahead.
What you say?
You got it.
Con.
Okay, come.
You got it too?
Yeah, Jeremiah 2:28.
Con.
Yeah,
It's
come,
the book
come.
of Jeremiah, chapter 2 and verse 28. I'll start verse 27. Saying to a stalk, thou art my father, and to a stone, thou hast brought me forth. For they have turned their backs unto me, and not their face. But in the time of their trouble, they will say, arise and save us. Right? So when all hell breaking loose, that's when they want to get right with the Most High. Right? But look what the Most High going to be like. Verse 28. But where are thy gods that thou hast made thee? Let them arise, if they can save thee in the time of thy trouble. For according to the number of thy cities are thy gods, O Judah. Dang, that's deep. Wait, that's kind of going to like Proverbs 1 and 26, man. The Lord gonna be mocking you. Hey, where's your gods that you were serving, man? Right? You gotta understand, our God, the God of Israel, is a spirit, and you must worship him in spirit and truth. The gods of these other nations are idols. Let me get this real quick in Psalms chapter 96 and verse 5. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens. So all these other gods of the nations are idols, man. Right? But the God of Israel is a spirit. Come on.
That's right. I gotta preach it real quick.
Come on.
Right. Come on. This book of Judges, chapter 10 and verse 12. The Zidonians also and the Amalekites and the Maonites did oppress you, and you cried to me, and I delivered you out of their hand. Right? Because that's the continual cycle, right? We get into we sin, we go off, we go into captivity, we cry to the Lord, right? Lord, forgive us, we're sorry, right? We repenting, and then the Most High, He has compassion on us, right? And He delivers us out of that captivity. We set out to get us day again, and then what? We start going off again, right? Hey, but this time, Lord willing, we enter into the new covenant, man. Right? We're not going to go off anymore. But this is let me keep going. Verse 13. Yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods. Wherefore I will deliver you no more. Right? Here's the point. Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. See that? So that's how the Most High He might act during the day when all hell breaks loose, man. Right? When people, you walk past the prophets, man. Like we keep saying, you walk past the Bible, man. Who's teaching in Atlanta, right? You walk past, you kind of scoffed at, you know, kind of, kind of smirked, you know. Hey, you could have texted Tyzor, man. You could have called him up. You had a Snapchat, you know. You had his number. You saw him at school, you know. Hey, so you might, hey, the Lord might be like, hey, go calling your girl that you cleaved onto, instead of cleaving onto this truth, you know. Go to your damn pastor, right, that you try to cleave onto, right? Go call upon him. Guess what, man? He's gonna die, you know, straight like that.
Is that it?
Um, well, I had another basically thing, current event, real quick.
Yeah, I got one more piece of it, actually.
Um,
Yeah, I know. Like Hebrews chapter 9 and 28. Now, this is for them damn Catholics, as a matter of fact. So, the book of Hebrews, right, chapter 9. I'm going to read verse. Shulaki. Is this what I want? No, Shulaki, this wasn't a Psalm 3 and 8. I don't know how I got that mixed up. It was in Psalm chapter 3, verse 8. And it reads, right? Yeah. Come on. I'm just start at verse 6. Right? As gold in a furnace has he tried them and received them as his burnt offering. And in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to the saints. Now, this is an example. I knew this one dude, right? Like it was damn like I think it was like freshman year, right? He had a damn cross on his thing every day. And like every day he would
yeah.
say, "Thank you, Jesus." You know, he was like, "Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus." This and that. Right. And then like a few days later, I seen him without his cross and he wasn't saying it no more, man. You know, so he really doesn't love the most. He love that damn cross, you know, and how it makes him feel. You know, that's why it says right here, right? They that put their trust in him. Because hey, we don't need none of this stuff, man. You know, we don't need damn clothes, you know, literally, man. You know, but hey, these damn Christians, these Catholics, hey, they need that cross to feel some type of way, man. To feel like they worship the most, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's why it says, right, I'm gonna read verse 9 again. They that puts their trust in him shall understand the truth. Because they don't understand the truth, man. They don't know what's going on. You know. They don't understand that you worship like the Bible was talking about, John 4 and 22. You're supposed to worship in the spirit and the truth, man. You know, you're supposed to keep the commandments, you know. Come
Mm-hmm.
on.
And also, real quick, right? Yeah, they get the Catholics, man. I don't understand you Catholics, right?
Right.
Seriously, I don't understand you Catholics, right? But basically, they'll get the what's it called? Uh, like that chain, right? That they have in the cross with the cross on it,
Mm-hmm.
right? That they pray with, basically.
The rosary?
Yeah, the rosary. Yeah, the rosary, right? They have the rosary. You start, kind of feel holy. You kind of, hey, man, that's just a demon in you. You know,
Right.
that's just a demon. That's a spirit in you. You know, and that's not the Holy Spirit, man. You holding on to it. You praying to a white Jesus,
Right.
right? So that's a demonic spirit in you. You know. So kind. And we have chains, right?
Right.
I got the lion. You know,
Yeah.
Abaya, you got the Yahweh.
Mhm.
He got the Yahweh, right? And you got the some brothers said the star, the pomegranate,
The
right?
little-
Yeah, the lily, yeah, the lily, right? Now, are we gonna start going like this, right? Start kissing it, you know, start praying to it? No, you know, come
Hell, dog.
that's crazy. But yeah, if you didn't see before, all right, all hell is breaking loose in France, right? If you haven't seen,
If there's somebody on the roof, I'm trying to get out of here. I heard this.
Is that a laser?
You said what?
Oh, hell freaking loose, man.
Bro. So that's all hell breaking loose right now, man. You got you got Jake talking about, hey man, have you tried the new Spider-Man game?
Right.
Right? Hey, the guy said the guy said holy shit, France looks like a war zone, you know? It does, man. It's like what the hell is going on over there?
Well, there's somebody crawling on the roof.
Hey, they just going hand, I guess,
Trying to
right?
get out of there, man.
You know? You don't know who's who, man.
Dang, man.
There is somebody on the roof.
And, and hey, that's coming to America, man.
Right.
He said with somebody on the roof.
Yeah. He was trying to
Dang,
get out
man.
of there. Hey, man.
That's funny, yo. Like,
Yeah, come on, man. Right?
I got a precept too.
Bring it up, bring it up.
Come on. Like it's Isaiah chapter 6. And I'm gonna read verse right. I'm gonna read verse 6, right? Make the Salak, I'm gonna read verse 10. Right? Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart and convert and be healed. Right? Then said I, Lord, how long? He answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitation, right? And the houses without man, and the land be very desolate. You know, and that's when our people did. You know, these are the times our people are going like, damn, man. You know, they were right, man. You know, because that's why I said their ears and eyes is going to be heavy right now, man. Worrying about damn the Spider-Man game. You know, and damn PlayStation 5, man. You know, the damn stuff just following us, man. That's why it says, right then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted. You know, say literally until these cities be on the damn verge of damn war, man. You know, people crawling on damn roofs, aiming guns at with damn lasers, man. Like, fuck, man. And that's when our people gonna start. Damn, we really in the end days, man. You know,
Hmm.
we can't sing. You know, that's what I'm gonna read on. Or until the cities be wasted without inhabitation, and the houses without man, and the land be very desolate, and the Lord have removed men far away, and there be great forsaking in the midst of the land. You know, hey, that's when our people gonna be like, damn, just like finally making their eyes, you know, that eyesall is coming off, man.
Hmm.
Gonna be healed, damn near, man. You know,
Um,
what verse was that, King?
that was Isaiah chapter 6 and 10.
um, right. And hey man, it's our job, man. Tell you guys these things, right? Because we were given the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from the Most High, right? So we got to tell you these things, you know. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, and verse 2. I'm gonna start at 1. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, right? To Israel, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon the land. What's the sword upon the land? The sword upon the land is what? The actual sword, death, destruction, pestilence, evils, you know, all hell breaking loose. That's the sword upon the land, right? If the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, then we're the watchmen, right? You literally got Abaya, he's the watchman for Israel, you know? We're the watchmen, right? And not just us, but every Israelite man that's out here that has the knowledge of wisdom and understanding, man. It says, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people, right? Now, are we, do we actually just get a trumpet, start blowing it, you know, people like, hey, shut up, you know, you feel like, what the hell? It's damn 11 o'clock at night. What are you doing? Right? No, it's not, it. Well, it's more so of a spiritual trumpet. Of course, we got our shofars, right? We blow it up on the Sabbath and stuff, right? Before camp and whatnot. But this is more so going into the spiritual trumpet, right? It says, "Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet, right? Us going out into highways and hedges, or making videos, right? Through, on YouTube or whatever, Twitter, Instagram, and when telling the people, warning the people, right? That's the sound of the trumpet. And taketh not warning, if the sword come and take away him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. His own head. He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning." Right, brother. You know, if you don't separate from that so-called white girl, you're going to be destroyed with her. Ah, brother. You know, whatever. Right? And he keeps walking off. You know. So in that day when all hell breaks loose, he's damn hella skinny. He can't get anything to eat. You know, he's kind of running away from a bear, right? Because he's in the wilderness, right? He kind of eating berries. It's kind of poisonous. You know, he kind of eating some mushrooms off the floor, right? Hey, that Jake man, he's gonna be like, "Where's God at?" Hey, you walked past the prophets and you didn't take warning, man. Right? You heard the sound of the trump. You heard the damn brothers on the microphones. You know, calling out onto you. You heard that, right? It says his blood shall be upon him. You're gonna die, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his own soul. See that? You walk past the prophets, you scroll through your YouTube, right? You see that. You're like, oh damn, all hell literally really going to break loose, right? And you kind of join the camp, or you get into this thing, you know. You start studying, you start keeping the commandments, repenting, you know. Calm.
Uh,
I got precept. People got one about it.
oh, you got it.
Right, it's Second Kings chapter 17 and verse Sluck. I'm gonna just start at verse 22. For the children of Israel walked in all the sins of Jeroboam, which he did, departed not from them, until the Lord removed Israel out of his sight. And he had said by all his prophets, so was Israel carried away out of their own land unto this day of Syria. Come on,
Yeah, that's
man.
right, man.
Uh,
Shalom to the Most High.
Come
Calm.
on. Hey, man. Hey, man. Jake, right? I'm gonna just read this again. Right, Salaki, verse 23. Right into the Salaki. Until the Lord removed Israel out of his sight, as he had said by all his servants the prophets. Man. Hey, literally the Most High, he speaks through us, man, through his servants the prophets, right? So was Israel carried away out of their own land to even to the Assyria. So hey, he's gonna do what we're talking about, man. Everything's gonna come to pass, man. War, right? Experiment. It's literally gonna happen, man. Because we speaking out the word of the Most High, man. Come on.
kind of precept, right? Which one was that? Second Kings 21 and 10.
Come on. Now 2 Kings 17 and 22.
Okay, yeah, this is the book of Second Kings, chapter 21, verse 10. And the Lord spake by his servants the prophets, saying. So throughout the whole Bible, the Lord be speaking through the prophets, man. Again, you hear the brother, Yasharalo, the brother Taziar out there, probably having flyers, out there preaching at school, doing whatever they need to do, right, to get this word out, right? But and that day is gonna be too late. The grace period is gonna close. No wisdom is gonna be made manifest, right? It's kind of like the time of Noah, right? It was scoffing against Noah, mocking him. And when he entered to that ark and it closed, all hell broke loose, right? So let's see what Yahushua going to be like in that day. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. It's Jeremiah 11, verse 14. Therefore, pray not thou for this people. So don't pray for these people, man. Neither lift up a cry or prayer for them. For I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble. And they got to deal with it, man. It's going to be too late in that day, man. You got to get it while it's hot. All
That's
right.
right.
Huh.
That's right, man. Hey, like the brother said, man. All right, that grace period is going to run out. You know, that grace period is going to run out because let me get this right for you Christians out there. You know, so we're kind of getting on everybody tonight. You know, it's the book of Titus, chapter 2, and verse 11. It says, "For the grace of the Most High that bringeth salvation hath appeared to all men," meaning all Israelite men and women, teaching us. So grace teaches us something, right? You can't just be like, eating pork is a sin, right? You say, "Oh, I got grace," right? I got grace. I'm gonna just eat this anyway, right? Come on, man, right? I actually talk to Christians that say that, right? The grace of God, it got me, right? It says, teaching us that denying ungodliness and worldly lust, we should live soberly, righteously, and godly in this present world. So what does that mean, man? Keep the law, statutes, and commandments, right? You got to keep the commandments, right? That's what grace teaches you, because you know that at some point that grace can run out. You know, the Most High, yes, He's very long suffering, but hey, there's a point to that thing. You know, there's a point to that thing, right? For example, like David, right? The sure mercies of David. When we read about that in the book of Isaiah, right? We pray for that, right? And the Most High, he could have killed David, man, for committing adultery, right? For committing any sin, right? Hey, the Most High, he could have killed him, but he didn't. That doesn't mean that the Most High won't kill you, right? For eating pork, right? Because you're not David. You know what I'm saying? But under Yahweh we have grace, of course. But that grace, like the brother said, it runs out. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be too late in that day to try to seek the Most High.
And in that day, I hate when Christians say, I'm not under the law, I'm under grace." What you gonna do when grace runs out?
Yeah, come on.
Right. That's all.
Sharpen fruit from your brother Abide, man. What you gonna do? It's the book of Salaki. Let me get this real quick, right? Romans chapter 6 and verse 1. What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? Right? Should we just keep sinning? Right? Oh man, might as well just eat this pork. Might as well just give it to my lusts. Right? Might as well just break the Sabbath. Right? It says, shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? God forbid, meaning hell no. Right? How shall we that are dead to sin live any longer therein? And we'll skip down to verse 15. What then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law, but under grace? God forbid. Right? Meaning that what? Even if you're under grace, you still got to keep the law. Right? And that's what Paul said, man. All you people that try to follow Paul, man. That's what he said. Right? Come on.
Please, let me just get First Corinthians. So, Second Corinthians chapter 5 and 7, the classic. All right. Let's look at Second Corinthians chapter 5, and I'm gonna start at verse 5, right? Now he has wrought us for the self same thing. Is the Most High who also has given us, given unto us the earnest of the Spirit. Therefore, we are always confident, knowing that whilst we are at home in the body, we are absent from the Lord. For we walk by faith, not by sight. We are confident, I say, willing rather to be absent from the body and to be present with the Lord. Now, what does it mean? You got to be absent from this flesh, man. Or you got to be absent from sin, man. So we can be present with the Most High. You know? Come
Yeah. Yeah, this fleshly body, man.
on.
You know? Right? Um, and also, because this is the book of Sirach, chapter 5 and verse 6. And say not his mercy is great, he will be pacified for the multitude of my sins. For mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation rests upon sinners. So just as much as the Most High can forgive you, he can also destroy you in an instant. You know, when you're praying for forgiveness, you're repenting. You know, at 3 p.m. Right? As much as he can forgive you, right, he can also destroy you. All right. So kind of that's what we always have to think about, man. You know.
Precept.
Uh,
Because they don't understand. When people go into saying that the law is done away with, 99% of the times they're in Galatians, man. Galatians. They don't understand what's going on in Galatians,
yeah, man.
right? I'll just give you the background of chapter 3. Basically, the people in Galatia, they started off believing in Yahushua, which is that faith, but they didn't really believe that they are justified by faith. They believed that they was justified by the law, which is the
Yeah,
law of sacrifice, man. That's what they believe they are justified by, right? They jump into that and thinking that we're not that we don't have to keep the law anymore. We do have to keep the law because right here in James chapter 2, I'll start at I'll just get to the point, verse 26. For as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead also. So yeah, you need faith, but you also need work. It's a just balance, man. Right? How do you show your faith? By your works. Because it says right here, I'll jump up a little. James 2:21, was not Abraham, our father, justified by works when he had offered Isaac his son upon the altar? So, hey man, Abraham was justified by his works through faith, right? Come.
yeah, Khan, that's a good point, man. From Soldier of the Most High. It says the
Exactly.
same people, Khan, the same people who say the law is done away with, say there is a sin, there's sin, they don't make they don't make sense. Right, Khan. Right? First John 3 and 4. You know?
The
How can
precept of
you
that
be
too. God, you
yeah,
got it.
come on. Yeah, Slaki, yeah, they'll be quoting Timothy, right? I'm a chief sinner, right? Like Paul was. I'm a chief sinner. Well, what is sin? First John 3 and 4, if you want to get that.
Oh, you want somebody to get it?
Yeah, yeah, come
Oh, come.
I'll get
on.
out of it.
Con.
First John chapter 3 and 4. Right?
Come
Whosoever commits sin transgresses also the law. For
All right.
sin is the transgression of the law.
That's right, man. Sin is the transgression of the law, right? So how can you be a sinner, right, if there's no laws anymore? You
Right.
know? I heard a Christian and I remember I was teaching at Walmart, right? Because that's where I used to teach before I got kicked off, right? All praises. So basically, there's this guy, this Jake. He's like bald headed, right? He's kind of short, and he said there's only two. He said there's only two commandments. It basically, love thy neighbor as thyself, and love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy mind, and with thy soul. He said that's the only two commandments.
Mm.
And I was trying to break it down to him, like, look, that just means, like, how do you love the Most High, right? And he couldn't answer, right? He just kept quoting that verse. I'm like, look, you don't have any understanding, man, right?
Precept too. Right.
Uh,
For First John 3 and 4. Right. This is Romans chapter 7 and verse. I'm gonna read verse 7. Right. 1 and 7. What shall we say then? Is the law sin? The Most High forbid. Nay, I had not known sin but by the law. For I had not
mm,
known love except the law has said it. Thou shalt not covet. You know. Hey, basically what we're going into. Hey, without the law, there's literally no sin, man. You know,
mm-hmm.
without us eating pork, you know, you wouldn't sin by eating pork if there was no law. You know. Verse 8.
Right.
Right. The sin, taking occasion by the commandment, wrought in me all manner of concubines, for without the law sin was dead. You know, say that's cut, man. You know, you have to keep the commandments. You literally have to, man. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Got precept by the law. Romans chapter 3 and verse 19. Now we know that what things soever the law saith, it says to them who are under the law, that every mouth may be stopped, and all the world may become guilty before Yahweh. Therefore, by the deeds of the law, there shall no flesh be justified in his sight. For by the law is the knowledge of sin. So by the law is the knowledge of sin, man. That's how you
Mm.
know what's right from wrong. And again, Galatians chapter 3 goes into that, man. Right? But let me get this one precept about what the brother said about, man, it's a cut when they say that there's only two laws. I'll bring this out. Matthew chapter 19. I'll start at verse I'll start at verse 16. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may enter into eternal life? And he said
Con,
unto me, and he said unto him, why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is Yahweh. So if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments. He said to him, Which? Yahweh shall said, Thou shalt do no murder, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear a false witness, honor thy father, thy mother, and thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, man. And that's 7 commandments of rip, right? So there's not only 2 commandments. And the reason why he gave them those simple commandments, because we know the classic in First Corinthians real quick.
mm-hmm.
Right. Let me get it real quick. First Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 6, and it reads, And these things, brethren, is it 3? Is it First Corinthians 3 or 2? Gone.
Both.
First Corinthians 3 and 9. So I was on the wrong page. In verse
Con.
6, and it reads, I have planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase. So that's
Mm.
why, Yahweh shall only gave him a certain amount of commandments, 7 commandments, which is complete, right? He laid the foundation. But later on, he's going to start getting that increase from the Most High. That's John 15 and 1 to 2, right? There's more than 2 commandments.
And one quick point, right? And also that's a good verse from the Social of the Most High, Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. You know, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter, fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. You know? Come. And quick point is this, that where in the whole scriptures did the Most High say to not keep the commandments? Right? Show me that. Show me that verse, right? When did he ever say, do not keep the commandments, right? Hey, like eating pork, right? Hey, don't worry about that. Show me when it says, thus saith the Most High, or Yahweh Shah, right? Show me that. You can't do it, you know? You can't do it because it's not in there. All right, you got to speak according to this word, man. Let me get that real quick. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 8, and verse 20. Isaiah, chapter 8, and verse 20. It says, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no law in them. There's no light in them, right? Hey, the Holy Spirit made me say law, man, right? There's no light in them, all right? So you don't have the light if you're not speaking according to His word, you know. His word says that the laws shall endure forever,
Mm.
even unto forever, right? So what does that mean? All right,
Precept too. Now this Hebrews chapter 9 and verse 28. So Christ was offered once. So Christ was once offered to bear the sins of many. Unto them that look for him shall he appear the second time without sin until salvation. So what does that mean, man? He was offered, when people try to say, he was offered so you don't have to keep the law no more, man. But where is that in the Bible, man? You can't show us in the Bible where it says Christ died so we won't have to keep the law, man. The law done away with, man. Show us that. You literally can, man. This is the reason why he died, so he could bear the sins of many. So why would he come down here from down, a heaven, from so-called Christians, that damn, what is it? Damn Trinity, man. That damn Trinity here. Why would he come from heaven to just die and die for literally millions and millions of sins just so you can sin again, man? That
yeah,
don't make no
that
sense
doesn't make any sense,
at all. Like,
right?
you got it.
Right. And when you point that out to a Christian, man, they get confounded,
Right.
right? They be like, they kind of have to walk away. because you're getting confounded, they're getting exposed. You know,
Uh, right. Also,
right?
right. The cut right here, right. Hebrews 10:26, the classic. Right. For if we sin willfully after that we have received the knowledge of the truth. So hey, that's also what the truth is, man. The damn commandments, man. That's the truth, man. You know, the truth. There remaineth no more sacrifice for sins. Man. Hey, playing upon tables. That's why he came down here, so we could keep the commandments. By his grace. Right? Verse 27. But a certain fearful looking for off judgment and fear indignation which shall devour the adversaries. He that despised Moses' law died without mercy under two or three witnesses. That's why he came down here, man. So that damn it won't be so damn hard for us, man. Because we need some type of grace, down in his flesh, you know.
Right.
Uh,
Kind of that precept. Book of Psalms, 19 verse 7, the classic. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The
Mm-hmm.
testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. Right. So
Mm.
that's the real converting right there. Conversion. You've been converted to Islam. That's not real. That's nothing. You've been converted to Islam. You still out there smoking. You're not out there on the highways and byways, right? But you can go to the hood, get a so-called hood, a hood man, a gangster, right? Teach him the law, statute, commandments. He's in the truth. Next thing you know, he's in a chief place of concourse after bringing it out and confounding the simple man or the so-called honorable man. He's out there confounding people. But before a year ago, he was smoking weed, doing God knows what, with his pants pulled down. Now he's out there as a man, keeping the commandments, got his mitre on, got fringes on, got his boots on, ready for war, out there bringing it out. Right. So
Mm-hmm.
hey man, this truth is the truth.
Right. That's right, man. This is Book of Revelation, chapter 14, and verse 12. Here's the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Yahweh. All right. It didn't say, here are they that keep the two commandments, right? Here are they that go to church every Sunday, pay your tithe, right? And keep the faith of Caesar Borgia, right? It didn't say that, man. It said, keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Yahweh. Because those words come in. And also another quick point is that when I'm pretty sure brother can testify to this too. When I'm teaching and I'm confronting Christians and whatnot, you know, they basically I say, so the law's done away with. They'll say, yeah, right. So if the law is done away with, how do you live righteously? And it's
Mm.
like just doing good things. So what are those good things? Just good things. Like not killing people. That's in the law. Not stealing. That's in the law. So literally, they're just picking and choosing the
Mhm.
laws. You know, yeah, I don't kill. I don't steal. I go to church every Saturday. I mean, Sunday. First of all, that's not even in the scriptures. All right, to go to church on Sundays. Right? You think you're doing a lot? No. You think you're gonna be saved just going into the damn stinky church, right? On Sundays. You kind of sweating. The AC don't work. Doorknob don't work. Right? But the pastor he rolled up in a Benz, right, with the damn suit on, right, 200. I don't even know how much it costs, right? But that's the wickedness of the church, man.
uh, precept too. If you don't got one about you,
Kind of got one.
you got it.
Revelation chapter 22 and verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have
Mm,
right to the tree of life and may enter into the gates into the city. Straight like that. Playing upon
con,
tables. All right.
right,
Come on.
Come on, right? It's like right, chapter 32 and 23, right? What Yashua was talking about, right?
con,
Every good word, trust thine own soul, for this is the keeping of the commandments. Right now, you see, hey, look right there. I trust my own soul. I don't steal. I don't kill people. But hey, watch right here, the cut. He that believeth in the Lord taketh heed to the commandments, and he that trusteth in him shall fear like shall far never the worse. You know, if
Hmm.
you really trust yourself and you trust the Most High, keep the commandments, man. You know, come
That's right, man. Another quick dagger. Let's look at Matthew chapter 24 and verse uh 19. Now this is going into what? This is one of my favorite verses to go to, right? To cut this. This is the book of Matthew 24, right? We already know Matthew 24. Christians will agree to this. It's going into basically the end times, right? When all hell breaks loose, you know. Matthew chapter 24, verse 19. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. So what does that prove, brothers? Right? That proves that you still got to keep the Sabbath,
Yeah.
right? Because why is he saying, pray not that your flight be on the Sabbath, right? Or in the winter. Because on the Sabbath, it's going to be hard for you to not break it when you're on the run, right? Because
on.
first of all, you're on a run, right? You're not in a house, you know what I'm saying? You're running, and you can't really eat cooked food, right? You can't cook anything. It's a Sabbath, right? You trying to do less work as possible, because it's the Sabbath, right? So that means that you still got to keep the Sabbath, Christians, right? It's not just two commandments, no, nah, right? Even if you try to keep the 10, which none of y'all actually keep the 10, because you break the Sabbath, right? And you Catholics worship idols, right? That's the damn first commandment, and the second commandment, right? Uh, um, you don't even keep the 10. But let's say you kept the 10. It's still more than the 10, man.
Yeah.
Right? When did the Lord say, I'm gonna delete I'm gonna delete all the other commandments, and then the 10, you still gotta keep that though. But all the other commandments, nah, I'm gonna kind of do away with them. You still gotta keep the other commandments, man. Right? Because let's get this precept. You have a precept?
Come. Right, quick point as well. Right,
Um,
let me read it. Right, this is Exodus chapter 34, and I'm gonna read verse 27. Right, and the Lord said unto Moses, write thou these words, for after the tenor of these words I made a covenant with thee and with Israel. Right, verse 28. And he was there with the Lord 40 days and 40 nights. He did neither eat bread nor drink water. And he wrote upon the tables the words of the covenant, the 10 Commandments. Right, so what is that going into, man? He was literally on a damn mountain fasting for 40 days and 40 nights, and you're telling me he only got 10 commandments, man? You know, come on. You know, he got at least, we know the exact number, 613. But hey, Christians, hey, you should at least believe he got at least like 200, man. You know, at least some type of hundreds, man. You know, they say 10 command, like, cool. This is crazy. Come on.
uh, that's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 9. For you Paulianites, right? Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High, right? Because Christianity, man, doesn't line up. And if there's no more laws, then how can you be righteous or unrighteous,
Mm,
right? It just doesn't make sense. It says, know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God. Be not deceived, right? Because a lot of you Christians, you're deceived. Even Hebrew Israelite Christians, right? You got Hebrew Israelites talking about they in the truth. They got Hebrew Israelite names, right? And I'm not going to say the names, right? But they're saying that the law is done away with and all nations can be saved. You might as well just go back to the Christian church,
right,
man. Right? Stop calling upon the name of the Most High, right? Right? Come on, why are you still using the Hebrew? You know,
right.
come on, just go back into the world then, right? Come on. It says, "Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind." So first of all, fornicators, I want to get effeminate, right? Effeminate. right? And also abuses of themselves with mankind. That's going into sodomy, right? And also homosexuality, right? So homosexuality is not in the 10. So why is he saying don't be effeminate and don't be a homosexual if that's not a commandment you got to keep? Because that's found in the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 13, right? If y'all want to get that.
Leviticus what?
Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13.
You want me to get it?
Yeah, come
Oh,
on.
you got it.
Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 13. Right,
Mhm.
and it reads, if a man also lie with mankind, as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed abomination. Slaki, committed an abomination. They shall utterly be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them.
See that? They shall surely be put to death, their blood shall be upon them, man. So Paul, he's saying, look, don't be effeminate and don't be a damn sodomite, right? Also, let's get that in the book of Deuteronomy. You got a precept by? All
La
right, come on, come on.
When you
Right.
finish Deuteronomy 23, 17,
Yeah, come on. Yeah,
yeah,
that one.
gone,
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter, what was it, 23?
gone, and 17.
23 and verse 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. See that? So you can't be a sodomite, man. All right? And so Paul, he's saying, "Hey, don't be a sodomite, but that's not in the 10, right? That's not in the 10, right? So you got to keep the whole law, man, as many commandments as you can keep. Um,
Precept, right? This Slaki, Psalms chapter 47, right? And Christ called this the law, right? If people didn't know, Christ called Psalms the law, man. Right? He said, "Is it not written in your law that ye are gods?"
yeah.
You know?
Come on.
I believe that's Psalm
Living in
60.
the law.
You know, so hey,
Yeah,
this is the law right here, man. Right? Psalm chapter 147 and verse. I'm gonna start at verse 14. He maketh peace in thy borders. He filleth thee with the finest of the wheat. He sendeth forth his commandment upon the earth. His word runneth very swiftly. You know, he giveth snow like wool. He scattereth the whore, frost like ashes, man. So hey, this is also Christ called this the law, man. You know, so hey, keep the commandments, man. It's not only in the law is not only in the damn Torah, man. You know, Christ called this the law. You know,
that's right, man. Come
God,
on. So yeah, you know, real quick, let me just show this. Um,
It's your time to rise because we will not go down without a fight. We will not go down without bloodshed. I don't care. I don't care. The media can take what I say and say that I'm violent. I don't care. Antifa and Black Lives Matter brought us to this point. I just had if they want to fight, then they got one. I think I've been here before. Because I'm not afraid of these communists. It's your time to rise. Whether Donald Trump wins or not, it's your time to rise. You sound emotional.
come on, man.
fearful.
You
Come
see
on.
that everybody listening to him, but when the so-called Black Hebrew Israelites out there doing the same thing, but on the right-hand side, nobody wouldn't listen.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
You sound
That's right.
scared too. Sound like you finna cry type stuff.
Yeah, man. So you know you got race wars coming, man.
Mhm.
All right, Edomites. All right, they've been training for this, man. You know.
Hey man,
And before before like World War III happens, right before it is what the fifth seal. You know, the fifth seal is going into what the persecution of the saints, right? So hey, man, I'm thinking of some precepts right now. Let's just go to Revelation chapter 6. Revelation chapter 6 and verse 9. And when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of the Most High and for the testimony which they held. Right? So that's us getting slain, right? Or if that's our lot, those of us that's in this truth getting slain because we believe in this truth, right? We teach in the name of Yahweh, right? We call upon the name of Yahweh Bashma Masha. We keep the law, right? We hate Esau and his society, right? And these damn heathen, right? They'll come. That's going to happen.
Mm. So like, mm,
But it can over I see.
come on, bro. I got precept, right? This whole chapter is good though. And it's Isaiah chapter 8, and I'm gonna read verse. Right. I'm gonna start at verse 4, right, for the context. And before the child shall have knowledge to cry, my father and my mother, the riches of Damascus and the spoil of Samaria shall be taken away before the king of Assyria. Right? The Lord spake unto me saying, Slaki, the Lord spake also unto me again, saying, for so much people as his people refuse the waters of Shiloh, that go softly and rejoice in reason, and Remaliah's son. So this is going into in the times of Isaiah. I believe this is the Syrian captivity, right? People was refusing the words of Shiloh, man. What does that mean? The words of peace, right? The words of damn prosperity, man. Verse 7. Now therefore, behold, the Lord bringeth up upon them the waters of the river, strong and many, even the king of Assyria in all his glory, and he shall come up over all his channels and go over all his banks, man. So hey, these nations, just like in the time of Isaiah, right now they getting ready to rush, man, as waters, man. Right? Verse 8. And he shall pass through Judah, he shall overflow and go over it. He shall reach even to the neck, and the stretching out of his wings shall fill the breadth of thy land of O Emmanuel. So hey, you Jake better be ready for this war, man. These Edomites, hey man, they ain't playing, man. They
Right.
really will kill you. They're your enemy, you know. Right, verse 9. Associate yourselves, O ye people, and ye shall be broken in pieces, and give ear, all ye of far countries. Gird yourselves, and ye shall be broken in pieces. Gird yourselves, and ye shall be broken in pieces. Man. Hey, no matter what you can do, it's gonna be an all-out war, man. Right? Yeah, he was saying, gird yourselves. The Lord was literally saying, gird yourself, man, and you're gonna be broken in pieces. Right, verse 10. Take counsel together, and it shall come to naught. Speak the word, and it shall not stand, for the Most High is with us. So hey, the Most High, he's really, not dealing with y'all, man. He's not dealing with even Jake. That damn gun is literally the Most High, man. Jesus Christ, help me, damn shooting that gun, man. Damn holding that damn cross while shooting a damn pistol, man. Right? Verse 11. For the Lord spake thus to me with a strong hand, and instructed me that I should not walk in the way of this people, saying, Say ye not a confederacy to all them, to whom this people shall say a confederacy, neither fear ye their fear, nor be afraid. Right, this is for the saints. Sanctify the Lord of hosts himself, and let him be your fear, and let him be your dread, man. So that's what we gonna be doing in them last days, man. That's what we gonna be putting all our fear into the Most High. We ain't gonna fear no damn bullet, man. A damn pistol, man. Our fear is gonna be the Most High, while y'all is the damn Edomite chasing you down the block, man, with his damn horse, the damn machete in the back of his hand, man. Come on.
That's right, man. And like Soldier the Most I said, man. Jake, he, uh, he's no match for Esau right now, man. Right? That's why you need the Most High with you. Yahweh Bash Mashak Shot.
Right.
Right? He's going to give us that power, man. All right? Read about that in Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 14, man. And I'll lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
Mm.
And they shall do in Edom according to my anger, according to my fury. You know? So, hey, that's coming. You know? And the elect, they're going to get powers too, man. They're going to get powers too. You know? Read about that in the book of Joel, actually. That's why you need the Most High, man, because when you look at Jake, you look at Esau, the type of Jake, he's shooting the damn gun like this, right? He's shooting the gun sideways, right? You don't even know how to hold it, man, right? You look at Salaki, let me get this precept real quick, right? Look at Joel chapter 2 and verse 7. They shall run like mighty men, they shall climb the wall like men of war, they shall march, every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks, neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Right? You see that? They shall not be wounded. So this is the elect, man, having the power, right? They're going to run, not be wounded. You know? Can you imagine that power? The Lord also said in book of wisdom, you're going to be like sparks across the stone, right? Like damn flash, right? That's super speed, you know? So that's coming as well, right? So we're part of the that gets that. Oh, when we're doing this out, right? Uh, right. Let me bring this up. All right, because these Jakes, man, they think that they got a Glock, right? That's gonna suffice. That's gonna save other troops. Some Jakes, hey, they might have some heat from the police, right? You got your guns from the police, right? Let's just be honest, man.
Right.
You can't get a gun, right? Because you're a damn felon, right? Esau made you a felon. You can't get a gun legally, so you go get it from the crooked cops, man. You know. Let me bring this out real quick. Con, you can bring it out real quick. I'm just looking for this.
Come, right? This is Sirach chapter 51, quick precept, I'm gonna read it, right? Sirach
Mm-hmm.
51, and I'm gonna read verse 26. Right, put your neck under the yoke and let your soul receive instruction. She is hard at hand to find. Behold with your eyes, how that I have not Salaki, right? I'm gonna read it again. Behold with your eyes, how that I have not but little labor and have gotten unto me much rest. Get learning with a great sum of money and get much gold by her, man. Say while Jake, buying damn ammo, at Walmart, stocking up on that damn, 9mm, man, hollow tips, man. Hey, we stocking up on this knowledge, man.
That's right.
Didn't it say in Matthew chapter 25 and verse 1, right? The 10 virgins gonna have a lot of oil, man. What does that mean? That's what we're stocking up on, man. The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Where this is what we're buying. So I'm gonna read it again. You're learning with a great sum of money and get much gold by earth, man. This is how we get gold, man. Right? This is our spiritual money, man. This is our riches, man. Come on, I'm just get Matthew 25 real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This is Matthew chapter 25 and verse 1. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. Right? And 5 of them were wise and 5 were foolish, man. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them, but the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps, man. So what's that going into? The wise are going to have, oil, man. They're going to be on fire, man. And they still going to be burning for the fear of the Lord. Still, no matter what they're doing, no matter what the hell they're going through, they gonna be fearing the Most High, man. You know, while Jake fearing the damn Edomite, man. You know, with a damn CM with a damn AR, man. You know, it's just that's tough. You know,
That's right, man. And look, so you got Esau, right, versus simple Jake. He's not even holding it right.
right? Look at Jake, man.
Look at that's Jake, man. See that? So Jake is no match for Esau, man. If you seen the clips or the videos, man, right? Esau, he coming in, right, throwing the
Right.
signs, right? He and he don't even have to talk, right? Hey, this that hey, they know what that means, right? They got the helmets, headgear, man. They suited up, right? Like how the brother said, it's his blessing, man.
Right.
Esau, that's what he's blessed with the sword. You read that in Genesis, you know. But and we are the chosen nation, right? But the state and condition that we're in right now, we're no match for Esau without the Most High Yahweh Basham Mashak Yahweh, right? We're still in captivity, man. You know. You can also read about that in the Book of Acts. The Egyptian that caused the uproar, right? And also the Sakari, right? Not the camp, but back actually in the ancient world, you have the Sakari, the Zealots, right?
Mhm.
And they would be rebelling against the Roman Empire. But guess what? They fell, right? Romans came in, damn, obliterated it, man. Because why? We're under the curses. We
Right.
need Yahweh Basham Mashak Yahushua. We can't let the guns, right? Our so-called skills is not going to save us in that day, man. All right. The Lord said, "Everyone that shall escape by his works and faith,"
Mm.
right? In the book of Second Numbers. Come on, that's how you get saved, man. Not by your gun, not by your how well you can hit, throw them punches, right? Not how strong you are. The Lord said a wise man is strong, right? Come on. This,
Come.
uh, come on, let me just bring this out real quick, right? Second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 7. Almost man, this whole thing's good. Yeah. All right, we can come back to it, but I'm starting verse 5. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Right? So everything in the world has a beginning and an end. Your life, right? Your car, your house, your job. Everything has a beginning and an end, right? In this world. Verse 7, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able, oh, so like I just skipped the verse 6. And even so the times also the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed. See that? So you escape by your what? Your works and your faith. That's what's going to get you delivered. All right? Come on.
Come. I got two precepts for that. Right. This is Sirach chapter 16. Right, and I'm gonna read verse 10. Right, and the elect shall praise his holy name. Beside this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for an heritage. He made an everlasting covenant with them and showed them his judgments. Right? This is our blessing, man. This is our damn weapon, literally, man. Right? I'm gonna just get Esau's weapon real fast, right? For those people that don't know. Right, this is Genesis chapter 27 and 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above. And by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, when thou have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So hey, what's that going? This is Esau's blessing. You literally can't fight against it, man. Just like how nobody can fight against us with this Bible, man. Nobody can fight against us with this John 3:16. Nobody can fight against us with any of those precepts, man. Because this is our blessing, man.
Mm-hmm.
This how we can't fight against them with that damn gun or sword. They can't fight against us with literally Yahweh, man. By Shema Mashiach Yahushua, man.
Strong.
You learn another precept, but it's Psalms 50 in verse 5. Gather my saints together unto me, those that made a covenant with me by sacrifice, man. So hey, we're literally the Most High saints, man. His people, he chose his people to be his saints, man. So that's their blessing is literally damn something that they can make out with their hands. Damn idols, their damn God, man. But we serve the true and living God, which is Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
That's right.
Oh,
And right now, our warfare is not carnal, man. That's what Jake needs to get through his thick skull, man. Our warfare is not carnal right now.
right.
All right. Kind of brother pull Psalms 82, 2-4. Kind. Going into what? Ye are gods, right? Kind. And also, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to this pulling down of the strongholds. And that brother, that this is also current events. There was a so-called right black Hebrew Israelite, right? He was Hebrew Israelite. We don't know if he was an Asian or not, but basically he had a machete, and he kind of killed somebody, with it. Now they're calling it a hate crime or something like that, right? And so, hey, our warfare is not carnal, man. We don't say go ahead and go out there, get your gun, right? Get strapped up, start killing as many Edomites as you can, right? Yeah, as much as you might want to do that, man, hey, we gotta be wise, right? You can't do that right now. Our warfare is not carnal, right? Hey, we're bringing Esau as a nation down without even lifting the finger, you know. Come on, we're causing all hell to break loose in this country, you know. We got Edomites bowing down, right, kissing the feet of the prophets, you know. You got Esau admitting. Remember, there was a video. This Edomite was like, "Hey Jesus, I want my birthright back. Right? I'm Esau. I want my birthright back. Right?" Uh, and he told the Lord, "Okay, bye." Right? Come on, man.
Esau. Right. Quick precept, right, for that. This is Matthew 10 and 16, the classic. Right. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So hey, that's not being wise, man. If that brother was in the truth, that just wasn't wise, man. For
Hmm.
dark years in the sight.
I would say so. Con. Yeah,
Con.
con. I would say so, brother. Because 1,000 years, yeah, 1,000 years it is in the Most High sight as like one day, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, that 400 years that was hella long for us, and it's still hella long, is merely nothing, you know. Because in the book of Sirach it says, like, in the book of Sirach it says, let me see if I can try to find this, right? I don't want to butcher it. I was reading it. Let me see. Sirach chapter 20. Um, let me see. Oh yeah, it's not there.
You know what it's going into?
Yeah, it's going into like a drop compared to a sea, right? It's like, okay, I might just have to look it up real quick.
Hmm.
All right, this is the book of Sirach chapter. All right, it's lucky. Luck.
Con.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, Wadi Al. It says Sirach chapter 18 and verse 10. I was looking right at it. It says, "And as a drop of water unto the sea, and a grave of stone in comparison of the sand, so are 1,000 years to the days of eternity." You know, so even 1,000 years compared to eternity is like a drop in the sea, right? That's like, because we know the sea is hella big and drop is like that. So that 400 years was barely anything, to the Most High, right? To Khan, yeah.
Con. I gotta go too in a minute.
All right, Khan, yeah. So we can bring out closing precepts. You can bring out yours first.
Con. Well, I'm gonna read John chapter 3, and I'm gonna start at verse. So like, I'm gonna just read John 4 and 22, right? The classic. Right, ye worship ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshippers shall worship the Father in truth, Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh us to worship Him. So hey, we're in the times right now, man. The
Mm-hmm.
time has come, but now is, man, when the true worshipers are back again. We worship the Father, Son, in truth and spirit, right? Verse 24. God is a spirit, and they that worship Him must worship Him in spirit and truth. Say you ain't doing, just going back to what that brother said, whether he did, he's not doing anything good for our nation if he's doing it, man. Going around killing them, Edomite, what am I say, man? That's not worshiping the Father, man, because we worship Him in spirit. He probably think, he did a good service, putting the Edomite out on earth, man. Another devil gone type stuff, man. But, hey, man, we don't worship the Father like that. Right? We got to worship Him in spirit and in truth. Just keeping His commandments and fearing His Son and Him.
That's right, man. This book, Psalm chapter 22 and verse 22. I will declare thy name unto my brethren. In the midst of the congregation will I praise thee. Ye that fear the Yahweh, Bahashem Yahusha, praise him. All ye the seed of Jacob, glorify him and fear him, all ye seed of Israel.
Hmm.
All right. So, hey, we say that. You say, and all praises the brother, Soldier the Most High, the water for tuning in. All right. We like to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem Mashak Mamalak Yahusha, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahusha. All right. This is your brother Yasha Allah.
But it says your Gabar.
Khan. Shalom. All right. Till next time. Kwam Yasha Allah.
I'm not sure.
Huh?